All right, we've got our weekend tournament, the team tournament. So this one happens every weekend or so. I've missed a couple weeks here and there, but I'm trying to play, 3 out of the 4 weeks per month of this tournament. So this is week number 2 for me. So I only have 2 scores posted. The way that it works is we play 2 18s every weekend. We have like set start times. That's why we're starting and streaming right now at about 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Central U.S. time. JJ Rocks here is on my team, so I'm hoping that he does well. But this is a fun one. I mean, this is a good team tournament. Everybody here has their teams. I'm on CBTV's Breakers, and my 2 scores that I've posted so far are 21 under and 25 under. So I'm trying to beat 21 and see if I can get another round like that 25 up there. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. This is a fun one to stream, so that's why I'm live for this one. I typically don't do my tournaments and more competitive play live, so I can focus and commentate just in like a recording. But this one's a fun one to do, with an audience. What's up, Shaquille Oatmeal TV 889 and Adam Miller? Welcome in. Okay, what do we have to do here? 6 miles an hour. We'll call it about there, I think. We'll use the 9-iron. Actually, let me double check this. There, and then there. Yeah, I'm thinking about there for the aim. I mean, it's a guess, but let's see.
Nice shot.
Ooh, is that going to be okay? It's going to take a good-looking first bounce. The rollout is going to work, and we'll sink the eagle on the very first hole. All right, there's a good start. Hole 1 is always a good one to get that eagle on. And we finally sink it through some wind. I mean, it's a tougher pin with some tougher wind. I don't hit that one very often, but that feels like a good one. A good first hole of the day. So I'll move to 2 under. So I'm not like directly competing with, everybody in this lobby. It is like a longer term tournament that happens over the course of a month, but I'm just trying to post my best scores as possible. Or the best scores that I can and, help my team out. There will be a World Cup final video. We have a 4-way final, actually. So that's recorded. It's going to be coming out soon. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to have it posted. That was a very good match, and I'm excited to put that one out. Ooh, okay. We got some lighter wind here on the second. Just have to put this out there with a little bit of extra power. Let's try about that.
Nice.
I did indeed get a haircut. Thank you for noticing. Okay, that looks decent if it zips back. Oh, are we going to make the ace on 2? Oh, we'll just miss it. That's so close. What a crazy close one. Oh, that one was a chance. Are we going to see any aces here? This is a more doable one. That one looked pretty good. That just flew by.
Nice birdie.
Doesn't look like it came back, though. Yeah, it stayed on the back of the green. There's a couple of ways to go about that one. You can roll it up there with the spoon, like we saw someone do. You can also go for the 5-iron backspin, like I just did. Will we see any aces? I had a pretty good run at it, just didn't quite sink it. I had a little bit too much power. But you can't make them all. How do you zoom in? It's like a Switch accessibility feature. So if you go into settings, you have to like enable it in settings, but you can double tap the home screen and it lets you like zoom in on a part of the screen, which I thought people had like some sort of plugin on their like streaming to do that, but it's just like an actual Switch thing. And it's pretty helpful because I tend to not look at my screen very closely, and I'm trying to get it like pixel perfect so you can zoom in and do that from a distance, and I don't have to like lean in. All right, 3 under through 2 is going to be a good start here. Let's see if we can pick up a couple more eagles, try to push that score into like the mid-20s or so. What's up, Afir Aviv? Started playing like 2 weeks ago. Thanks for the inspiration. Oh man, welcome to the game. It's a very fun game. Hello, Zenith. Ooh, okay, this one's a fun one. Another, perhaps, opportunity here. We just want to send, just a straight-up driver to wherever it goes. Found you not so long ago. Became my late night work addiction. Thank you. I'm glad I'm helping you get through the grind there. Okay. I just want to send this one through that tree gap.
Nice shot.
That should be a pretty good looking spot to try to roll this one up there. Yo-Yo's got a good angle. Yo-Yo's right to my right. That's kind of where I want it to be. Hopefully this is a fine one to still roll up there like this. It's going to kick a touch to the right, I think. So I'll have to keep that in mind. You know what? I'm just going to aim this like very, very slightly out to the right. Like just a touch or two. I'm not sure if it matters all that much if I'm moving it all like, you know, that way, but I think that's about where I want to be. Let's try that out, see if we can roll it up there. This should roll out with this wind. Wind pushing just slightly forward. I think it should get that little bounce and glide. Let's try it. Okay, that looks... Oh, it looked pretty good. It got that nice little rollout. I just put a little too much power on it. How was my Halloween? I had a fun Halloween. I mean, I spent most of the weekend working, but I had a good, fun day on Friday. I hope everyone here had a good Halloween as well. Alright, we'll tap in the birdie. Kind of a missed opportunity there. You know, it hit the cup and lipped out, but not the easiest pin, especially with, you know, any bit of wind. So we're just, yeah, 4 under through 3 here. Did we lose some people? I thought we had a fuller lobby. Maybe we didn't. I'm not sure. So I'll take, I mean, in this lobby, the lead so far. Hopefully we see some more opportunities for some eagles on the front 9. Will you say the best way to get good is to get better intuition or learning technical approaches? I'd say it's, the easy answer is both. But I'd say, like, the intuition is definitely the bigger part of it. I mean, you can learn some technical approaches, and some of them are kind of important. But you don't always end up with, like, the perfect situations, and especially in, like, this competitive mode where, like, the tee boxes and everything are different. I would say that just getting a good idea of what you need to do, like how the wind reacts on each hole, not necessarily, like, memorizing how much you need to adjust, but just kind of getting the feel for it. Okay, is that going to be good? It looks quite good. Oh, roll back nicely. Are we going to make the ace? We will. Look at that. Through a bit of wind there on hole 4. See, that's kind of like the feel approach. Like, I didn't exactly know how the wind was going to push that in terms of, like, exactly where I needed to aim. But I just kind of thought, you know what, it's like moderate wind. It's pushing, like, diagonally, but pretty much straight ahead. And it worked pretty well. Just kind of picturing what the shot should do and trying to replicate that. So I'm off to a pretty good start here. I mean, two eagles, you know, 1 ace, a nice eagle on 1 is a good start to this round. And I'm just kind of competing against, you know, my own scores for the most part, trying to improve on my 21, which is my current lowest actual score. Actually, I only have 2 scores posted, and I need 3. So I have this week and next week to post the scores in this, like, month-long tournament. So this is one of my last 4 chances to post a good top 3. Yeah, you get the backspin by, like, stopping your swing right at the bottom. Thank you, everybody who's saying nice ace. Okay, we got a little tough one here. What do we want to do? I think this is a pretty decent aim point. We'll just send it out there. Hopefully that stays safe for the tree. Oh, is it heading right for it? Bounce to the right. No! Bounce away. Oh, it just bounces away. Oh, that could have been bad if I ended up just a couple more feet to the right. But we'll end up just clipping the tree and being totally fine. This is in the Switch Sports Golf, like, Discord community. TV was asking what the tournament's for. There's, like, a team tournament that happens every week. I think there's, like, I want to say, like, 8 teams of 4 plus a bunch of solo players. So it's a pretty popular tournament. But this is kind of just for vibes. It's just like, you know, we're playing just like a fun team game. And I'm trying to do my best for my team here. JJ is on my team. There are 4 players on each team. My captain is CBTV, who I play against pretty frequently. I have a match against him here. Okay. I'm going to go for some spin here, which doesn't feel like the safest of moves. But I'm kind of feeling it. Ooh, okay. It'll just miss. I wasn't expecting to make that through that wind, but put it pretty close. We'll have a little tap-in birdie here. We'll see. I mean, this hasn't been the easiest start. We've seen some stronger wins, and I've had a fortunate couple of hole-outs.
Nice birdie.
But we'll just miss. We've just missed 2, actually. I mean, we missed the hole-in-one by like an inch on hole 2. Missed that one by like an inch there. Did I have a costume this year? I was Edward from Twilight. We had a whole crew of the Twilight cast, which was pretty fun. Zen says, I recently hit S6. Ooh, very nice. Your videos have helped me out. I hope that they do. I mean, I'm not the best player in the world, but it seems like people seem to get some value out of playing better through them. And, you know, I guess I put my hours into the game where I can kind of show some situations that aren't the most comfortable. So pushing through those holes that are a bit tougher is the way you get better. And I hope these videos... Oh, nice putt there from Wolfster. I hope these videos help with that. If I put a light counter on my live, I don't quite... I mean, eventually I'll figure out the proper plugins and stuff. I just have a very bare bones live stream here, just me in the game. But hopefully at some point I'll figure out how to do that type of thing. I'm sure it's not difficult, but I typically set this up in like the 5 minutes before I'm actually live. But that's a good idea. I'll start making this thing a little more full-featured eventually. Ooh, okay, no wind. No wind on hole 6. Do I want to go for a more aggressive... I'm going to go for the safer play. I mean, it's makeable. I'm not the best at the more aggressive play that has a better chance of making it, so we're just going to roll a spoon down there. Eventually, I'd like to get better at going to the right fairway with the spoon and then hitting the 5-iron up and over the tree, which gives you a much more precise landing and you have a better chance of making it, but this is fine. We'll zoom in here. Try to get this pretty pixel perfect. That looks pretty good. We'll send a spoon down there with about that much power or so. I mean, this has a chance. This is the proper aim. It's just the distance is a little tough to get perfect, and that's not quite going to be it, I don't think. Oh, maybe. Oh, another near miss.
Nice approach.
Am I going to do another world record stream soon? I will. I'll still continue to stream those like local mode grinds. I didn't do one this week, but this was a tougher week to do it, so hopefully I can get back to it in the near future. Okay, so we got... Oh, did Yo-Yo make the eagle there? I have a feeling Yo-Yo went for the more aggressive iron play and did it well. He's the type of player who can confidently do that. Oh, a flag shot. I actually missed what happened, but apparently Yo-Yo hit a great shot. I'm wondering, was it on my screen at any point? Good thing I have the VODs on. I don't really have a stream schedule. I mean, I try to stream this one. I actually didn't get to stream it last weekend, but I try to stream this weekend tournament whenever I play. It's a fun format to stream. It's a little bit more casual. I'm not like playing for like elimination purposes. It's kind of just posting my own best scores. But I also stream like, you know, non-competitive, just like trying to get my personal records, and maybe eventually if I can get a good fortunate luck on like the wins and, you know, hole outs, try to push towards like the world record for just like standard 18s. Ooh, we have light wind. What does the controller look like? The regular, original Switch Joy-Con. Alright, let's play this one in a safe way. We'll just send it out there to the end of this short fairway. And we have a gap through those trees where we can go for this pin. When will Worlds be? The World Cup, if that's what you're asking about, is coming up in... I'm actually not exactly sure when it starts, but the US qualification is nearly complete, if not completely done. So it should be coming up hopefully by like mid-November is when we'll start playing actual matches and stuff. I'm excited for it. It should be a very, very fun competition. Alright, we're going to send that spoon up there. Now hopefully that carries to the green, which it looks like it will. Now will it make it all the way up? Not quite. Okay, so that needed to have a little bit more on it. It was on a decent line, not the best line, but... You know, it's not the easiest one there. Would have been lucky if I made it. We'll send the birdie up there, no problem. Ooh, Cress hits the flag there. I forgot to send a link to my stream in the NSS community Discord. A lot of my like descriptions have a link to join the Discord. It's got like 2,000 plus people, like I think 2,300 people in it. So it's a pretty popular Discord. And if you want to join the community, you can definitely, anybody's welcome to join, anybody's welcome to compete in these. Let me send that link to the stream. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, back middle pin. And a little bit of wind in the face. Gotta treat this one carefully. I'll use the 3-iron like I typically do. Put a little bit extra on it. I think that's actually pretty good. We'll see what kind of bounce that takes. It's going to take a favorable looking bounce, and it's going to just roll back a little bit too strongly. I think I may have aimed that just a touch too far out to the right. This is not the easiest putt to make, but I mean, this is kind of just where you end up a lot of the time on this hole 8 pin. So this is a pretty important one. I'd like to make this. We'll send it up there with about 2 dots of power or so. And that should do it for the birdie. Alright. Tougher putt, tougher pin on this hole. Hole 8 is never easy, but we'll escape with a birdie. What's up, Happy Pepsi Max? Welcome in. How many hours do I have? I'm not exactly sure, but somewhere in the couple hundreds. I haven't checked in a little bit. Oh man, and that is the type of thing that can happen on this hole 8 pin. This is one of the tougher pins in this game to putt to. The problem with this one, and the reason it's on like a difficult stretch towards the end of the 9, like holes 7, 8, and 9, and then 16, 17, and 18 are like the difficult holes in this game. And that pin location, like even if you miss, like there's no good leave for the next putt. Like you kind of have to miss in a spot that's really tough to make the following shot. So it's a very, very punishing hole, which is what contributes to the difficulty of this game. Ooh, is this going to be wind in the face on 9? That's no fun. Strong wind in the face. Wow. 24 miles an hour. I guess we can deal with it. Let's take a touch off this driver to make sure I can send this second shot up and over those trees. I actually really, really enjoy the fact that there is, like, it's the same extreme. I think the course, I mean, this course has been around since, like, Wii Sports Resort. And it is, like, if you really, like, get into it and, like, try to figure out, like, you know, how it all works, it is the most, like, beautifully designed, like, every single, like, square inch of every green and every fairway and every, like, curve is, like, so beautifully designed that I wouldn't want to touch it. Like, people are still figuring out new ways to, like, see how the course was built to, like, let you, like, if you look at, like, this, for example, this pin is kind of on, like, a little mound, but if you're, like, a little more left, it's approachable from, like, the left angle. And, like, the back area, like, it's approachable from different directions, and it, like, rewards and punishes, like, different types. It's just such a, like, there's so many fun little hidden things in here to try to figure out about this game. Okay, let's focus and try to put a good shot out there for this one. Is this a 3-dot shot? Okay, it is. Just a little over 3 dots should be good. We'll bounce it up there. That should be... Oh, catch the fairway. It will. All right. That should be a pretty good leave. We should be able to tap in a putt here.
Nice approach.
What's up, Car? Welcome in. I'm streaming on everything right now. Car is asking. And I see that you have figured it out. You are on multiple platforms. All right, we'll tap in the birdie there.
Nice birdie.
Welcome in, Mason P. This is a competition, yes. This is the weekend shotgun tournament. Love the outfits, very stylish. Thank you. That was a good bird. I mean, that's a pin that I'm learning how to attack a little more aggressively. Like, when you see wind in the face like that, like, that's a part of this game. It's like, I've been playing this for I'm not sure how long, and I recently kind of figured out, like, I've played Hole 9 so many times. I've recently kind of figured out how, like, headwind on that specific pin works. There's just so much to figure out about this very simple-looking game. It's a lot of fun. Bro, please, I beg you to put together a detailed video about how to master each hole. I mean, I'm still not there. I kind of just, like, intentionally talk through every single shot because there's so many different scenarios like that you can run into that there's no, like, mastering everything. It's kind of just, like, seeing what's in front of you and trying to figure it out. I mean, there are some players who have mastered everything, I'd say. Like, a couple of people, I'd say, have this game pretty fully figured out. I don't think I'm one of them. It would be a very long video. I think if you take every pin and every wind combination, there's like 21,000 possible combinations or something like that. Someone did the math somewhat recently, I think. Ooh, okay. What do we have here? Just 6 miles an hour back pin. This is a tougher hole 10, which is a little unfortunate. We just have to put a little extra on this 7-iron. Send it back there. About in that direction, I guess. It's a guess, but let's try it out. I do play real golf. I used to be quite good. I just don't really play anymore. I mean, I play a couple times a year.
Nice approach.
I was at one point like a 6 handicap. Oh, there's a nice shot. Who made that? Cress made it. Very nice, Cress. We'll see any other eagles here. Looks like Yo-Yo's still hitting. We saw a bunch of tap-in birdies. I need help. I've plateaued on rank A. I feel like there's like a couple of different things that like you run into when you because obviously there's like plateauing in this game, and you got to break through it to the next level, and then break through the next level. Like I'd say just like at A, I think a lot of it has to do with just like figuring out the putting, because the putting isn't like a very technical part of this game. It's very much just like trying to figure out what works, because it's not like the most intuitive, but like once you get it down, it starts to feel pretty good. So the putting is definitely what I'd focus on at that point. Now I may be completely wrong, but just from my experience and like seeing what happens at different levels. Do I know who Braybear is? I played against Braybear. We did a stream together one time, which was a lot of fun. My handicap in real golf is currently like 8 something, but that's a technicality. I'm not really that good. Ooh, there's a nice chip from Wolfster. Very nice. Oh no, JJ says he's having a stinker right now. JJ's my teammate. Oh, and he's in the chat now. It's alright, we got another game. We can put this one behind us. The next 18 is where we'll shine. I have trouble judging the wind. Is there any tips you can give? In terms of judging the wind, a lot of it seems to be just figuring out, like, it's different on each hole because there's so much elevation change in this game, and there's like inconsistencies. So like learning one hole's, like how the wind acts on one hole is not really going to carry over to the next one. But I'd say just like, you know, pay attention to where you aim, where it ends up, like find landmarks that work. Like, you know, whether it's like, if I were to aim at like the right side of this bunker for this pin, or like you can use the grid of the green, which works pretty well. There's a couple different ways, but it's just a matter of like on each hole figuring out like what works, and if you have successes, like try your best to remember the successes. Alright, let's aim this to about there. Got the 3 iron. Oh, that's too much power. Hopefully that holds the green. Or hits the flag. Nope. Oh, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think I hit my hip. And that caused that power to jump an extra like 0.4, which is unusual. And unfortunate. Let's try to sink this putt here. Not an easy one. Oh man, not a good shot there. We'll send this putt down there in the proper direction. And, oh, we'll miss the putt. Oh, I cannot believe I overpowered that shot on 11. Oh, that's terrible.
Nice par.
Oh, yes, also, there is, like, the Switch Sports Golf Discord, which is quite good for, like, strategies and stuff. Oh, I cannot believe I parred that one. How did that go that far? Yikes. 12 under through 11. Oh, it's such a good start to that round, and I kind of blew it there with that one. Oh, man. Alright, what are we going to have here on hole 12? We got some wind in the face, it looks like.
Nice
Let's
shot.
hit a full drive out there, which you can do with any wind condition in this game mode. We're going to end up quite far away. Can still use the spoon, though. Send like a nearly full spoon out there. I think. Yeah, that should work. Do I want to hit this about full? I think I will. Just a touch under full. And that should be pretty good looking if that takes a soft bounce, which it... Ooh, it kind of won't. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a tougher putt. But it's not bad from back here. I mean, I end up back here fairly frequently. Alright, this is going to move a touch to the right at the beginning and then kind of dive left at the end. Oh, did that fall or did that not fall? That one that was like right up on the cup? Was that from Cress? I think it was. Wow. If that wasn't an albatross, that is like the closest one that I have seen that hasn't fallen. Alright, there's a good looking eagle putt. Who won, me or Bray Bear? I mean, Bray Bear at the time, I think his PB was around like 12 or so, and he did like for his PB very well in our match, but I will say that I did beat him. He has gotten a lot better though since then. I know he's been, you know, working hard on the game. He's got that the up and down swing, which he's figured out more since then. Favorite hole in this game and why? It's gotta be probably a, like... what would my favorite one be? Let me think through them all. Like, what hole do I think gives me the advantage compared to other people? I think I've got 14 figured out pretty well. Like, obviously you run into trouble sometimes with it, but... And it's not the easiest, but... I think I do pretty well on 14, and it's a very well-designed one. Like, you know, there's gaps in the trees that you can go for, and, like, depending on the wind, you can... knowing situationally what type of shot to go for. I'm gonna go with hole 14. Ooh, okay, what do we have here? 4 miles an hour pushing forward and to the left. I think I just want to aim this, like, right about there. Kind of at the right edge of that cup. We'll use the 5 with a little bit of extra power. Make sure we get this up there. That looks like a pretty good shot. Now, is it going to move too far left? Oh, it will. Like, way too far left. There's a good-looking shot. That's going to be a hole-in-one for Cress. Wow, what a shot there. Mine moved way too far to the left on me. But a very nice hole-in-one for Cress. And a nice save there for Yo-Yo. Are we going to see any other aces? That one looked like it was pretty good. Just came back down that hill in the wrong direction. That was quite strange. It's back. Ooh, no wind. Sorry, I think I had my my mouse over my microphone volume thing, and I accidentally clicked when I put my phone down to like say nice hole in one. Apologies for that. I hope it's back now. Is it back? People are still saying I'm muted. Hopefully I'm okay. I put my phone down and accidentally clicked like super low volume on my microphone. Apologies for that. Alright, we just gotta send this one up there with like that much power, I think.
Nice shot.
I think that should be okay looking. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Is it gonna oh, it's not gonna fall?
Nice.
I feel like it really depends on the first shot, whether you get the proper lineup with the green or not. Because, I mean, that falls like 50% of the time, and the other 50%, it just kind of does that. Just a near miss.
Bring it even.
I gotta figure out what the drive needs to look like to make that like a 100% shot. We'll see a couple other chips here. I think we saw an albatross from Yo-Yo. Oh, the question of my least favorite hole. I'm going to say probably, I mean, it's got to be 17. Now, personally, I don't like not love 17, but it's just not a very fair hole. Maybe 16 because of the tee difference, and along the same lines 20, like, it's not necessarily fair to, like, the people on the right versus the people on the left, just in terms of who ends up where with the tees, but 17 is just such an RNG type hole. Like, you can end up 10 feet away or 50 feet away with a shot that bounces like an inch apart. How do you choose to do light or hard backspin? Is it swing speed or where you stop? So with my swing, I always do like the maximum backspin. It really just depends on how the green reacts, and like different greens react differently. Like elevation change definitely affects it. But it's kind of just like, it looks like it glides to a stop, but it's still maximum backspin sometimes, is I guess what it comes down to. My record on 18 is 27 under, but that was set in local mode, which is a little bit easier. My record in, I don't play many like competitive 18s, but my record, I guess I set last week at like 25, I think, which that was a pretty good round. I'm happy with that one. Yeah, 16 and, to an extent, 20 can be just kind of unfair in ranked mode in terms of my least favorite holes. Alright, what do we want to do here? I'm just going to roll this one up there. We'll start it about there. We'll hit it with 2.5 dots of power. Maybe slightly less, right around there. And that should... be okay. It's going to take a big bounce and end up rolling just a bit by. Just a little too much on that one.
Nice hunt.
Alright. We'll send the birdie up there. I kind of went aggressively for the make there, but didn't do super well. Took a big bounce off that front slope and bounced pretty high. Okay, so we're 18 under through 15, one shot behind Yo-Yo and Cress. We got 3 holes to play. We'll see if we can push this to hopefully... I'm trying to beat 21 under. Hopefully I can get like a 22 or maybe a 23, depending on the wind on 16, which looks okay. It looks light. Yeah, 2 miles an hour. It's not the easiest pin to try to make, but we end up with a pretty good tee spot. I think I just want to send this one out to the bunker.
Nice shot.
And that should be a pretty good spot to hit this second shot from. Are we going to end up in it or left of it? We'll be in it, which is totally fine. Okay. Is this a spinner or not a spinner? I struggle sometimes with how I want to treat this one. Let's spin it. With this wind, I feel like hopefully it just bites a little bit harder. Let's try it out. I think that's a good looking shot. Oh, it'll clip the pin. Oh, man.
Nice approach.
Oh, they just bounced a little too short. If that, you know, flew a little bit further, ended up a little more to the right, it could have been good. We'll see a whole bunch of chip-ins. Some nice shots there for the Eagles. Very nice. Wow, everyone's making this one. I've been playing this game since, I think, like last year or so. But, like, not consistently in the past, or until the past, like, couple of months. Wow, everyone... Eagles, that one. Except, did Cress end up OB? Because I saw he chipped in. Yo-Yo's got a good round going at 21 under. CBTV says that he was trying to go a bit further right. I usually try to roll that one up there, but I haven't had a lot of success with that, so I'm still trying to... I mean, my whole 16 chips are not the best. I'm not the best at that one. Let's try to launch this one up there. Now, hopefully that hits kind of low. Gets a little launch. Oh, it bounces to a stop. Of course it bounces to a stop. Alright, now we gotta try to make a chip here. Oh, wow, we see a whole bunch of nice close approaches. I mean, that's what I was hoping for. Not the result that I got, though. I think we need to aim this just a touch out to the left. Wow, those are a couple of real close approaches. We see someone end up right next to me. I think that aim is pretty good. It should bounce a decent amount left. Let's hit it with about that much power or so. Is that going to bounce? No, it's not going to bounce left. It's going to stay pretty straight. We'll make a par. This round has fallen apart on me. I did so well at the beginning, made a couple of nice shots, and we're going to have a couple pars here at the end. So I don't think I'm going to necessarily beat my 21 under here. Hopefully we can tie it if we get a good hole 18. I need to post another round anyway, so this is for like my third score rather than trying to improve on my scores. Would you say Duke has been the top dog for a while? I think it's fairly recent. I mean, I don't think he was winning everything until like the past really when I joined the server, I think. Like that season that started in, when would that have been? Like May, that ended in, what was it, July, I think? Like 1st of July. I'd say that's when Duke really took over. I'm standing up, I'm not sitting. Okay, we'll see a decent looking hole 18. Hopefully we can post a 21. Not a bad pin. Not the easiest pin, but not a bad one.
Nice shot.
The only pins I don't really like are the ones that other people seem to find very easy on this one, like the front pin. Ooh, we'll just carry it to the island there. Didn't have the best tee spot, but I carried it in a scary way. Let's see, 3 iron, we'll aim to We'll call it about there. Hopefully that's about good. We'll give it 3.7 or so dots of power, maybe slightly more.
Nice shot.
Now take a big bounce and another big bounce. Okay, that'll be a good looking leave. That should be... Ooh, actually a scary little double breaker. How is this going to move? I think this is actually going to break mostly to the right until the very end. We'll aim it to there. Hopefully that works okay. Alright, it works. We'll match the 21. That's an okay score. We'll take that. Do I do content or just for the love of the game? I make content on here. I got plenty of videos. I like making content out of the competitions and stuff. This is the only like kind of competitive mode that I consistently stream. I think this one works pretty well for streaming. Oh, we're asking about Duke. Gotcha. I don't think he does make content at all. He just plays for the love of the game. Does he have one video? I don't think I've actually seen it. There's a good looking putt from Wolfster. Just down that little hill. So we'll post a 21 under here. It's a pretty good score. I'll take that. It's a score to improve upon. So 21 is now the basis. I have 2 of those. I made a 25 last week. We'll see if we can do better in game 2. Glad to have 3 20s posted. I think the previous season I ended up having to post like a 19 as my lowest score or something like that. So it's an improvement. Now I'll have this next game and next week to try to improve upon the 21s. Oh, we actually have to... Looks like we have to resort the lobby here because Wolfster was only playing 1. So we're playing another 18 once we figure out who's hosting here. I'll catch you later, Shaquille Oatmeal. Thanks for being here. All right, how are we going to... Oh, cool. Crest made a code. I wonder how long I can get away with typing in the codes like on stream before people start messing with it. I'll have to figure out how to like change my camera and stuff for that. The problem is if I change my camera, I play through OBS, so like I can't even see what I'm doing on my Switch. I was gonna hide my screen and then I realized if I hide my screen from myself as well. My problem with undocking it is that DCs me because I have a wired connection to my dock. So I lose the internet connection and like I get DC because when it changes the Wi-Fi from like the wireless to the wired, it doesn't seem to like that. You can add something on the TikTok stream that covers it. I suppose I could. However, only my default setup scene, like what you see is what I see as well. So if I were to cover it with something, like I'd be covering it for myself. I'll figure it out eventually. Doesn't seem to be an issue here. At least this time around. I mean, this thing is technically, like, open, right? Like, if people want to show up, they can. I don't know. I guess that maybe you should have some sort of prior sign-up. We can rely that everyone is goated and doesn't join randomly. people have a history of being, you know, good about allowing streams to work well, not messing with anything. Elijah's asking if we can join. I would say, I don't think for this week, I do think like you're supposed to sign up, like, you know, when the message is sent, like in the, it's all organized in the Discord, and like there's a message sent earlier this week where you're supposed to sign up, and there's like one follow-up one. So if you were to join like in the middle of the match, like it may throw off the recordings a little bit, but everyone's definitely welcome to join next week. Got a slightly different crew this time around. Wolfster has left. We got Major Tom and Carr joining us. So we got plenty of people in the stream playing here. So my three scores are now 21, 21, and 25, which puts my total at 6. Oh no. Oh no. We gotta get above that. I'm not even gonna say it. Do I ever play Wii Golf? I would if I had a Wii.
Let's go.
I gotta get one eventually. I keep saying I gotta get one eventually, but someday we'll play some Wii Golf. Alright, let's post a score better than 21 here. Let's try to push this into like the 70s. Like let's try to beat like 24 to get to 70. Ah, I thought we'd have no wind on one. We got just a little bit here.
Nice shot.
Ooh, I'll lose a couple pixels on the drive, which I mean isn't a big deal, but just slightly weird. We should end up with a pretty straight downwind second shot. The wind's going to push this very, very slightly left, or right, I should say. So I'm just going to aim this like a pixel to the right, because it's going to bounce like a touch left, but not a lot. I'll club back down. We use, say, like 3.6 or so dots of power to roll this one back there.
Nice shot.
Oh, I end up a little bit short. Hopefully that's okay. Oh, get there. Is it going to make it? Yeah, it's a little short. Oh, that was on a perfect line, too. Are there any rare cosmetics in this game that you haven't gotten back? I don't think so. Especially in golf, like there's very, very limited options for like the stuff you can get. That was a missed opportunity. I had the read and actually called the proper power, but then I didn't actually do it. Oh, I think we saw a couple makes. There's Major Tom. Smacks the flag. Carr says the revenge arc is on. I mean, this is our first match on video since the 1v1, I think. Oh, no one made it. Oh, wow. Okay. Birdies all around. I'm playing on the Switch one. Got the original Joy-Con here. Fresh trim. Thank you, Nab. Okay. Ooh. Middle back pin. Very strong wind pushing straight ahead. How do we want to treat this one? We have that lower tee position kind of in the middle, so I don't think I need to make any like extra adjustments for that. I'll say about like there for the aim should be good. It's a guess, but let's try it out. Now hopefully that flies down there okay. That's not going to be it. That's going to be way too long. And actually, even though it was 11 miles an hour and kind of a, like, a little bit of crosswind. It really didn't move. I mean, I only aimed that like a touch out to the left, and it didn't. It was still over-adjusted.
Nice birdie.
Would I be scared if I woke up in the world of Wii/Switch Sports? That'd be pretty fun for a little bit. I do think it would be a lot of fun to like put this game into a simulator, like a golf simulator, and like play it for real. I'm sure it's like not allowed for whatever reason, but like to have the distances and like every like green and everything and like play it like real golf would be a lot of fun. Does the Joy-Con from the Switch 2 make much of a difference from the Switch 1? I don't have the Switch 2. People seem to have mixed reviews, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if I'm going to get the Switch 2. Like, I play
Nice shot.
pretty well on the Switch 1. I'm kind of used to that, so... Like, people seem to prefer putting, but, like, I think putting is totally fine on the Switch 1. So, I may just end up sticking with it. We'll see. Connor wants me to 1v1 Brave Bear again on Monday. If he agrees to it, then sure, why not? That'd be fun.
Nice shot.
I don't think he plays much Switch Sports during the week now, though. The problem with making this course IRL is the fact that you'd have to move so much earth. Like, the elevation change in this game is pretty wild. Alright, let's send a guess of a chip up there. Is it going to be a good guess? No, not at all. Wow, that's a pretty bad guess.
Nice
I missed it by 8 feet short. That's such a tough pin. This one on hole 3. Are we going to see a make? Or is everyone going to birdie again? Looks like we'll see a whole bunch of birdies.
Nice birdie.
I mean, it's a video game, so that's... I mean, it's perfect in that sense. But it does seem like... Like, what goes on around? Like, who is... Like, see those gazebos in the background? Like, who's hanging out in there? Like, what kind of golf course just lets the people on the gazebos, let alone has, like, gazebos? Like, another little feature in the back. A little, like, couple of golf carts just in the middle of nowhere. Some weird stuff going on around this place. But I kind of agree. Like the Truman Show, it kind of is. How to do backspin? You stop your swing at the bottom instead of following through across your body or however you're swinging. So everybody here will be 3 under through 3. It is never raining in the world of Switch Sports. The weather is always the exact same. I think it could be kind of fun if there was, like, you know, differences for rain and stuff, but that would be a little too much extra, I think. Got a cat screaming over there. Let's send a guess of a 3-iron up there. I think that should be pretty good on the power. The aim is just not quite going to be perfect. We'll kind of roll it back down to a good-looking putt. I mean, this is going to be a fine leave for the birdie.
Nice one.
Just aim this a little out to the left, send it up the hill.
Nice birdie.
I'm not sure why they don't have any cosmetics for golf. Like, I feel like it's probably the most popular game, but they don't really seem to add anything for it. Making these courses IRL would be wild, especially with those giant trees in the fairway. Yeah, it would be a very, very tough real golf course. Like, if you actually like can't put the ball exactly in the spot where, like, this is like golf if you could just like hit the proper shot and then see if it actually works. Like, you get to do exactly what you want to do, which you can never do in golf. Like, you probably have to play like hole 1 and hole 10 in order to make it like fun for real. Or like the driver in this game doesn't go very far. It's only like a 240-yard shot when you're using the driver. Got like a weird light thing coming through here. The sun is peeking through like the holes in my blinds, and I'm not sure if I can fix that. But yeah, like if you could hit like a driver 300 yards, you could just like put it past all the trouble, which would be fun, or like way up and over those trees. Like that's how I'd try to play this game if I were playing real golf, just, you know, blast it over the trees. Because like that's a 240-yard drive being pushed by the wind. Oh, they have different collections that come out at different times of year. I never knew that. So it's based on the time of year when they come out.
Nice shot.
I don't think we can necessarily reach this green in 2, but we can put it pretty close. Yes, Spoko Square is I mean, it would be a fun place. I think I'd have fun. But it is a little uncanny. It is quite perfect looking. To roll this up there, or to spin it? I think I'm going to spin it. That looks decent. Oh man, just looped it around the cup. Oh, that would have been a nice one to make. Slightly too much power on it, even though I didn't quite put the extra elevation change power on it. I don't know, it kind of just glides on that pin. But a nice eagle from Yo-Yo. I believe I saw Yo-Yo make that one. Oh yes, so Yo-Yo takes the early lead here in this game too. The Eagles have not been showing up. It hasn't been the easiest seed here. I mean, just birdies on the first 5. We've seen pretty strong winds on most of them. 22 miles an hour here. Just have to aim this carefully out there. We'll hit a guess of a second shot into this green. And that's about where you want to leave it for this wind, so that's a good angle there through those trees. Yeah, I'd say a couple hundred hours is probably where you start figuring out like the harder things in this game.
Nice shot.
Okay, I left that one a little bit short. Oh, that's going to be a very short. We're going to have a tough little leave here. Oh, it's going to bite pretty hard too. So this is not going to be an easy putt. That was not my best. I aimed that, you know, way out to the right. I thought that was kind of just like a good guess of a leave, but that moved so far. Wow, Carr made a putt from behind me. A very nice one. So we're going to have to try to send a tough little putt down there as well. Not an easy hole 6 here. We'll see if we can escape with a birdie. Oh, I'm not sure if that's going to cut it. Oh, it's going to be short. Wow, that was a weird angle. I don't think I putt at that angle very often. Just not my best read of the wind there. So we'll have to tap in a par.
Nice par.
Nab says, been grinding to Infinite recently, and there's a lot of high-ranked East Asian players. I wonder if there's a way we can get them into the community server. I do think a lot of them, like, there's a couple that play. It's the language barrier and, like, the fact that I think you can't, like, have Discord in, like, China is, it definitely causes some issues there. Carr says, my putt's scared a little, I guess. Yeah, that was not my best read of the wind or the green, so now we're going to be fighting back here. Not my best hole 6. We'll see if we can make the rest of this round better. Discord is banned in China and isn't mainstream in Japan. Okay, interesting. Let's send a guess of a shot down there with the spoon. Right about there, I think, should be good. Now, is that going to carry all the way? It looks like it'll hit the fringe, which is not the worst in that situation. It just doesn't get the kick. that I was hoping for from the green. Japan uses line. Oh, okay. Is that like... I think I've heard of it. Is it like similar? Just have to send a birdie putt down there. There are some very strong players who... like I only hear... Or you only see them playing like global mode. Do they play like their own tournaments like outside of... Because I know that like the Discord is the main... place where all the players go, but it's not like the sanctioned thing. Like there's definitely the ability to have other leagues and stuff. So I'm wondering if there is like other... Are there other leagues out there that are like, you know, for the Asian players? We'll see Tom end up with a close one there. Just caught the fringe again. It's so easy to hit that fringe on hole 7 for some reason. I always do it. Alright, so we're fighting back from behind here. We got less than birdie golf, which is not ideal. Hasn't been the easiest seed. We've seen a lot of strong wind. Yo-Yo is off to a good start. I got to try to get back to birdie golf, you know. 21 under is birdie golf plus eagles on 12, 14, and 18. So that's like the standard, like, no mistakes round. I've made one mistake so far. We need to make up for it. Tough wind on 8. Just no opportunities here, really. That back annoying pin again. Like, fortunately, I kind of know this one okay. But it's just not super fun to be just fighting for birdies. It'd be fun to make a couple eagles here and there. That's not going to be my best leave. Oh, that's going to launch over the back of that mound. Oh, man. This is a tough putt. Oh, there's an ace from Yo-Yo. Wow, what a shot. That was incredible. A hole-in-one with 15-mile-an-hour crosswinds on this nearly impossible hole 8 pin. Wow, what a shot from Yo-Yo. That's incredible. I'll send my putt in the cup from that scary angle. It would be fun. Yeah, I know that there's like, who is it? Like Stillwater 7-8, Chi. There's a couple of Chinese players who are very good in the server, but I know that there are more. Like there's so many good players out there who you see in global. There is a good looking putt from Cress. Wow, what a birdie there, up and over that mound. Uh-oh. Is Tom AFK here? Or is he just... Oh, there he's back. Okay. That one looks pretty good. That's going to take a nice bounce and roll up. Oh, wow. What a near miss there from Tom. A lot of people go for the spoon, which I don't quite know. I only know the 3-iron. It's a little tough to use sometimes. But the spoon looks like it acts pretty well, especially in like higher wind. I gotta figure that one out. So we'll see an ace from Yo-Yo to push to 10 under. Yo-Yo seems to do that in these tough seeds. Like if there's like tough wind, you know, like yellow winds, Yo-Yo finds a way to start making all these eagles. We've got tough wind on 9 again. This has been a pretty brutal seed. 31 miles an hour in the face.
Nice shot.
So we're just fighting for birdies here. Not the most fun way to play this game, but that's why we have a whole bunch of rounds in this tournament. So you can drop a whole bunch. Maybe the back will be better. I mean, I haven't played like poorly. I just missed a putt on 6. Hasn't been easy in this one.
Nice shot.
Are you going to do any global streams? I haven't really been able to stream much in this past week, but I'll do global streams. I'll do the grinding for records in local mode streams. Henry, this is the final like group of this week, and it's all like sanctioned in the Discord server, which I have linked in a bunch of places, I think. But there is next week. I mean, it is like open signups. I think about that shot is what I want to hit. Let's just try it out. Actually, is that the proper dot? It is. Okay. Hopefully that's good. That's going to be a safe leave. It should just take a bounce to the left, roll back lightly, and that'll be just a nice little, mostly uphill putt. It should break a bit to the left. Would I take on the new fastest to infinite record in global? I don't think I could do that. Like, if I play this game for 2 hours, I end up, like, losing my mind a little bit. I don't know if I can do 7 hours or so in a row. That would be too much for me. But shout out to those who are going for it. That's a fun grind, or a very intense grind. What's up, Chef Curry? Welcome on in. It would take a very long time. It would be cool to see a Ryder Cup style tournament. That would be fun. It would take a lot though. Scheduling is often tough to play like the same matches over and over against people, especially in like different time zones, like US versus Europe or wherever else in the world. Okay, so just 8 under through 9 with a par on 6 and some tough looks at the rest of that front. We have a 0-win situation here that I'm not super familiar with. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Do we want to bounce this up? What is the proper way to do this? I'm going to say just aim it a touch out to the right. Hit it with like that much power. Ooh, Major Tom makes it. Very nice.
Nice shot.
Is that going to be the one? Oh, it looks quite good. We'll sink it. Look at that. It was kind of a guess, but it worked pretty well. Like I said, not super familiar with that pin. Looks like the backspin is the way that a lot of people are going for it. But I was just trying to just carry that fringe, have it kick a little left, and it worked nicely. Brenton, that's kind of what I do. I just do it with like one hand. It definitely takes some practice to like figure out the consistency of it, but like once you get it down, it gets pretty replicable. I don't exactly know how to like explain like any technicalities of it. I just try to be like smooth with it. Maybe I have some sort of like internal rhythm that I do, but once you get it down, I feel like it's pretty repeatable. What I think of the World Series, I watched the last game of it last night. That was intense. That was a wild one. I'm not sure who I mean, I didn't have like a strong rooting interest for either team, so I was kind of just like hoping for a fun, entertaining game. I feel like I ended up rooting for Toronto a bit, but either way, very entertaining. Okay. Do we try to go for this ace here? I mean, this is such a tough pin to try to make, but why not? I'm trying to push lower. I've already got my 21s. Let's try to make this one.
Nice.
Oh, I curved it. That's a problem. That's going to end up right of the cup. It'll hit the fringe. Ah, just a little bit of curve there. That might have been okay, actually, if that didn't
Nice.
curve. It's tough to say. There's a good-looking shot. If any of them has a chance, it might be that one is going to come back. JJ with a nice chip there. Looks like that shot just didn't have the spin on it.
Nice birdie.
I don't think they're going to give us a new course, and I kind of hope they don't. I like playing this course over and over. I said earlier, it's so beautifully designed. Like, there's so much put into every single pin, every single green, every, like, approach shot. It's just a very, very fun, like, repeatable game. All right. Hole 12 here. we're back on that 21 pace if I can make, you know, standard eagles on 12, 14, and 18. So we just got to pick up a couple other shots to try to push that score a little bit lower.
Nice shot.
Hopefully we can have a good looking back here. I need to get better at my approach on 6. It's hard for me when the pin is in front. That front pin is brutal. I mean, that's one of the tougher situations in this game, I think, is when you see that front pin on 6. Now, fortunately, in my like one player grind that I do, that's the pin you see every single time. So I've been able to get used to it, but it is still like super difficult, especially with like stronger winds in a direction that isn't like helping. Ooh, is that going to land a little bit too short and kick right? It will. Just need a little more power on that one.
Nice on.
We'll end up having to putt from 15 feet out to the right here, but not too bad. It's a pretty straightforward green. We'll make the eagle, no problem.
Great eagle.
Chef Curry says, I'm surprised Yamamoto's arm didn't detach. The fact that he pitched that much in the World Series is certifiably wild. That is, like, he pitched like 96 pitches the day before, right? There's a nice chip from Yo-Yo. Wow. Yeah, he pitched like 96 pitches and then came in and like pitched, what, like 4 innings or so? Like, that was on Friday, and then yesterday, Saturday. Yeah, one day difference for all that. All right, we're back under birdie golf here. 13 through 12. What's up, Obi-Wannabe Kenobi? Welcome in. Why is future news guy goated at Wii Golf? I guess it's my other thing now. I've been having fun playing this game, and glad I get to do it like on video now, on stream. Which side do we want to land this putt on, or this shot on? It's got to be right side of the pin. Let's hit it with a good amount of power.
Nice shot.
That should be not the best, but it'll end up being a decent leave by the time it zips back. Yeah, not nearly a make, but it'll be a tap-in birdie. Pretty straight putt on this part of the green. We'll send it up there and sink it.
Nice birdie.
Okay, so we'll have hole 14 coming up, which is typically another chance at the eagle. We'll see Tom. Let's see if Tom can make this chip. I bet you he does. Leg hit with the controller is best for spin. I'd caution against the leg hit because the power is so unpredictable. I mean, maybe if you were to like get it down, but like if I accidentally hit my leg, I will get the like an extra dot of power on it. It'll go so far. Okay, so we're 14 under through 13. Let's see if we can steal. Okay, we got to make the eagle on 14. That's a must make. Got to push this to like, I want to get to at least like 22, 23 here. If we can make one more extra. There just aren't many chances left. Oh, tough wind. 22 miles an hour here. I mean, we got to go for a more aggressive line, right?
Nice shot.
Send it out that way. That should push left, hopefully in a safe way. Okay, we'll make it. All right, now we have a good looking line at this. This is a pretty tough one. I mean, 22 miles an hour. Do I just want to hit like a full 3-iron with some spin and try to glide it up there like that? I think so.
Nice shot.
I'm getting better at the fullish iron shots. Those have been quite difficult for me, but I feel like I'm starting to get them down. All right, we'll end up with a pretty perfect looking approach there. I mean, 5 feet. It's a little side hiller, but not too bad. I mean, this has been a pretty difficult one. And I think it's been handled pretty well so far. We'll see if we can sink this little putt. We'll make the eagle.
Great eagle.
Yo-Yo is going to sink it nicely. Yo-Yo's got a great round going here. He made a couple of tough eagles on the front. And he's got a good pace. Yo-Yo is fresh off of the Super League Championship. So he's at his peak right now. So I'll be at 16 under through 14. So birdies for the rest here would be 20 under par. We'll see if we can steal another eagle or two and push that above 21, which is currently the score to beat for me. 15 is always tough. I mean, sometimes it's an opportunity. Let's see. Yes. Ooh, 17 miles an hour. I guess it really doesn't matter all that much. I feel like I do better when there's just kind of random crosswind here on 15. Like if it's a 0 wind hole, I just won't get like the spin that I'm hoping for. So we're just gonna make a guess. We'll club up to the 7. Aim it out like there or so. I think that should be pretty good. Like that much power or so, a little over pin high.
Nice shot.
Let's see, that looks pretty good. Hopefully it takes a nice little... Oh, it's going to take the improper kick. Kind of glides back. Just need a little bit more on the adjustment. Alright, we'll have to tap a birdie up there.
Nice birdie.
So there is one opportunity for the eagle kind of gone. 15 is so hit or miss. Like sometimes it's an opportunity. It's never like the easiest one though. It kind of makes sense that it's like a more straightforward birdie in the middle of this like medium difficulty part of the 9, but it's so hard to eagle this one. The green is kind of wonky with how spin reacts. We're kind of running out of time to push this score lower. Just so many birdies, just like 8-foot to 10-foot birdies, because it hasn't been easy to put the ball in the cup, but it hasn't been too bad to put it close. Alright, we've got 3 holes to play. 16, 17, and 18. Can we steal the eagle on 16? It's really going to depend on the wind, whether we have a chance to push this lower than 21 or not. What kind of wind are we going to see? Here it comes. It's going to be decent looking wind. This is actually okay. This is doable. I have what's actually a pretty favorable pin spot for this type of wind. We can aim it up and over that tree. I'm going to take a little bit of power off of it to try to sneak it underneath the big tree down there. Let's see. Let's see if we can make this work.
Nice shot.
Oh, be okay. Get through. It'll get through. We'll launch a little bit. And now we have an interesting looking chip here. If we can make this, we have a chance. It's not an easy one. Let's aim it to there. Roughly. Is the spin going to be the play? I'm going to say I want to roll this up there. We'll hit it with about 1.5 dots of power with some roll. Should move a little left on the bounce. Let's try this one out. That looks pretty good, and I'll sink it for the eagle on 16. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And, I mean, if we can make a birdie on 17, which is never a given, and if we can make an eagle on 18, which is never a given, we'll improve our score. All right. Were there any other eagles there? I mean, that was a tough one. Not the easiest hole 16. I feel fortunate to end up with the eagle. So I'll push to 19 under, so 3 better than birdie golf. Oh, what's up, DeChambeau? Missed the shotgun today. Oh, man. I missed it, I think it was 2 weeks ago, but I think I can do the rest of this season, which will be good. Okay, this is fine looking wind, I think. We can just send this one up there. I think that aim looks pretty good. Let's hope that this driver reacts well, doesn't launch or anything. Let's see, it's going to take a big bounce and roll to a stop beautifully. All right, that'll be a perfect look at the birdie. Can't ask for much better on hole 17. It should move hardly anywhere, if at all. We'll just send a straightforward putt at it. And now a birdie on, or an eagle on 18, if we can get the proper conditions, would help us improve the score. There's a nice looking putt from Cress from, I believe it was on the fringe. Putting from the fringe is always much more difficult. The music is such a vibe waiting for other players. When I'm playing here, I actually don't hear anything. Like, I have no game audio. Sometimes I forget that the game audio is in the video, so... I kind of like, you know, not hearing the nice approach when you, like, miss one to, like, 0.2 feet. And I feel like also sometimes the audio throws off my shots. Oh, we see tougher looking wind. Huh. We got to go for that right island, which is never fun. Okay, if we can steal this eagle, which is not going to be easy, we'll end up in good shape. Let's see if we can pull it off.
Nice shot.
It's going to move a good amount to the right. Did I cut it properly? I think I did. I think that'll be very good. All right. We have a good look at it. We can get there in 2. How much does this game cost? I'm not exactly sure. It's been a while since I bought it. All right, can we reach? We're going to have to launch and get lucky if we want to get there in 2. Let's aim it to about there. Just hit a full driver.
Nice.
And now let's just see where that ends up. Hopefully that carries the rocks. It will. And it'll launch. Okay. Oh, it's not going to launch all the way there, though. I think we're going to have to chip this. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if that was really reachable with those conditions, which is tough. I mean, we'll have to send a chip at this one. Can we make it? Let's find out. We will. All right, a nice eagle to end it. That'll push this round to 22. We'll end up improving on my score. So the way that this works is we play 2 18s every week for about 4 weeks. I think it's 4 weeks. And you take your best 3 scores. So my best scores at that point were 25, 21, and 21. We make a 22 there, which eliminates one of those 21s. And we'll have next week to try to eliminate the other 21 to see if we can push those scores even lower. So I scored better on this tougher second 9. I mean, I had a good front 9 the first time around and kind of just had a couple bad shots on the back 9. But this was a tough front 9. I think I only shot 8 under on the front and then 13 under on the back. So I'll take that. Good way to finish that one. We'll take, 22 doesn't feel like the greatest score, but it's really such a conditionally dependent game. And for some tough holes, we made a couple good birdies and stole some eagles when there were some opportunities. Are there groups somewhere to join and play tourneys and practice with good players? The Switch Sports Discord is what this is all organized through. I have it linked on a lot of my ranked videos. I think I may have it linked in most of my bios where I can. But there's the final scorecard. I'll push to 22 with Yo-Yo. I caught back up to Yo-Yo, who was playing very well. I mean, that wasn't an easy end to that round. I got a nice eagle on 16 through some tougher wind and then chipped in on 18 with a couple good shots. So a good comeback there. We'll end up with 2 pretty good rounds. I'll take those scores. I mean, pushing under or better than 20 under is a good feeling. And that's where we'll leave it this week. Thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this competitive mode that I don't typically stream the competitive modes, but this one's a fun one to stream. I hope it's been fun to watch, and we'll see you all, whether it's in videos or I'll hopefully try to stream a little bit more this week with, just casual online play or, grinding for local mode records. But if not, I'll see you next week in this same type of setup where we play these 218s and try to improve upon those scores. Once again, thanks everybody for joining. We'll see you next time.